It's Sunday. It's Mark Pires.
I was walking down the road today,
And it's Renaissance Man.
ease my mind and
I'm here to ease my mind and help my living. It's Renaissance Man. It's the daily variety show Mark Pires Renaissance Man. I'm here to connect with you, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 1364 in a row of the Renaissance Man Show. So smash the screen, follow, subscribe. We are live on YouTube for almost 5 years in a row. In fact, tomorrow will be officially 1 full year from my 1,000th day in a row. How about that? I can't believe it. 1,000 days in a row was such a massive target to get to. We got to it. 1,000 days. I'm like, yay! And now we are 1 full year further on. 1,364 days in a row. We are officially finishing off a year here from 1,000. God almighty. And on December 31st, 2022, we will be officially starting our 5th year in a row live every single day. Christmas Day, Easter, on freaking New Year's Eve. I'm live. This is the only show on planet Earth that's been live for the last 1,364 days in a row. So if you haven't followed me yet, wouldn't you just want to follow a show that's live every day forever? If I could stay healthy, I'll be here with you. If the heart's beating, I will show up. The only difference between me and my physical heart is I do not quit. So, whether this is the first time you ever found me or you've been here before, how you doing? Sunday night, we're about to get into it. We got a little story for you. Aaron Judge is sitting on 60 home runs, about to beat Roger Maris, or at least tie him, and then hopefully move ahead of him and set some sort of record. We're seeing history take place here. I went to the Yankee game yesterday with my son, my brother-in-law, and sister-in-law, and it was just so much fun. And I'm going to talk a little about that, talk a little bit about this feat, and why we've never seen it done since 1927. 1961, 1927, 1928, 1961, I believe, are the two dates. But I find something else pretty interesting about this. So 61 years ago, Roger Maris hit 61 home runs and set the record. 61 years later, Aaron Judge is about to hit 61 home runs and tie the record and go 62, hopefully, and set himself in stone for, I don't know if anybody's going to beat that record for a while without steroids. So let's get into the story. Matt Zabrowski, you think you can give us a woo-hoo?
whoa, there's something to live for. Yeah. There's something to die for. Yeah. There's something to live for. Yeah. There's something to die for. Yeah. There's something to live for.
Matt Zabrowski, it's your turn. Give us a woo-hoo. Guys, you don't know about the woo-hoo? About to get it.
Woo-hoo!
Right? That was a good one, Zabrowski. 9.2. No, that's right, dude. They Grammy-worthy on that one. That was a Grammy-worthy woo-hoo. If you haven't been around for a non-Grammy-worthy woo-hoo, show up tomorrow. Sometimes Zabrowski hits us with like a 7.8. You know, that one was a 9.2. You know, we've had a 110. He came in here and did a 10. Angels came down from heaven. You know, singing choir in unison. Oh, Zabrowski. They were singing, Zabrowski, Zabrowski. And they're coming down. They're like, Jesus is coming, second coming. You know what? Zabrowski sounds pretty freaking good. Let's give humanity a little bit longer. Because it's Zabrowski. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you. What's that, Joanne? No, we appreciate you too, except for the wheeze. You know, it would be nice if you learned how to control the wheeze. We're in the middle of the show. I'm trying to do a monologue. She's freaking wheezing so loud, right? Right? I'm trying to whisper loud over her. Guys, Joanne's not real. Anyway, we're here 1,364 days in a row. Live comedy, live improv music. We create songs live in the moment and trying to inspire you guys to get away from the negativity and just lift each other up into the light. We have the ability to change the world, our own world. We can't change the real world. It's controlled by madmen and madwomen, people who want to literally divide us, conquer, and throw us in a hole, throw the dirt over the top of us, and then just put seed, and just maybe, hopefully, we never heard from again. I feel like we are moving closer and closer towards a reality we can't even comprehend. I almost joke on a daily basis, right, guys? It's the Twilight Zone. We are living in the Truman Show. This show creates a lot of content. In fact, yesterday we tied up, I may have to do one more piece, and I may do it tonight, of Grimm the comedy. Wolf, one of our family members here on YouTube, said, Mark looks like David Gentili from Grimm. And I was like, who's that? She didn't say Grimm first. She goes, David Gentili. I was like, who the hell is Gentili? And then we pulled him up, and I'm like, oh, I know that guy. I used to watch Grimm before I shut off TV. I shut off the television. I call it the negatube. I shut off the negatube on December 31st, 2018 when we started the show. I've been live every day since, and we have literally created the Positube. That's what this is. We are the Posi TV. Show up here every single day and get some freaking light. The amount of music you've missed. 196 songs, 15 albums, just in the last 2 years, guys. They're all on iTunes and Spotify. Just type Mark Pires in. It's the most suppressed channel on planet Earth. And you want to know why? Because I speak truth. I live in the moment. I'm not afraid to say how I feel. These are qualities they don't appreciate in 2022. But I'll keep doing it. I'll keep showing up. And if you want to just kind of break away for a few minutes from this, I would say, like I said, Twilight Zone / Truman Show that we're living in, show up with me. I'll be live every day of the year for the rest of my life. We're 1,364 days in, and we're about to freaking explode. Because the barriers they've created for a positivity platform over the last 4.5 years are insane. You just found me today. I've been live every day for 4.5 years. The left-wing radical social media owners of all these platforms have kept me from you for 4.5 years. That should make you angry. It should make you angry that this show has been here for 4.5 years every day and you've never even been able to find it. They didn't even show it to you. They won't let you see it. 5 feature films, 196 songs, and every single night of the year, and they've never shared it with you. Isn't that interesting? Even if you had a chance to know about it, to say, I don't like it, they didn't even give you that chance. They hide anything that is an ulterior perspective, anything that's different, anything that they can't control. You can't control somebody who lives in the moment. That's the real issue we have here, is there's no script. 4.5 years of showing up and creating, and we speak against the agenda, against the narratives of this world that we're living in. And I'm curious. I ask a lot of questions. Apparently that's a problem too in 2022. You're not allowed to ask questions. Yes, oh, no problem. I follow you. What am I supposed to do? I'm just following? I'll do whatever you tell me, sir. I'm sorry. I was born with a mind and with a heart and with intuition. I follow those 3 things. I don't listen to the psyop. We're sitting here 3 years into this freaking insanity, this charade, and they kept this show from you because the whole time we were cataloging the real truth. For 3 years plus, well, it's been 4.5 years of the show, but since this insanity started where they needed to take over, and administration needed to friggin' occupy an office, let's just say, and they couldn't do it normally because everything they represent is evil. I'm sorry. And actually both sides, there's nobody really, there's very few politicians that have their heart in the right place. They are all in it for themselves. All of them. Oh, well, but this one's really... No, they get freaking about lining their pockets. Why do they have... There's no term limit still? What are we doing with Nancy Pelosi in office at friggin' 83? She can't even... What are we doing? Why do you want her in office? She's the freaking crypt keeper. Nancy Pelosi is the crypt keeper. You heard it here first. I got a freaking 3 piece of content. Nancy Pelosi. I created that name. Because everything she touches turns to poison. She's poison. Why am I the one who thinks of these and nobody's using them? President G? No, I'm sorry. It's President G-hole. He's a freaking G-hole. You know? China. Yeah, you're a freaking G-hole. Thank goodness Cuomo didn't make a run. He had that issue with the girls and doing touchy-feely. Look, Mom, freaking Cuomo, But he's not really Cuomo. No, I'm sorry. He's Cuomo-over. That's right. You can't get a better politician than Cuomo-over? Well, his brother's available now, too. CNN axed him. The Cuomo-over brothers. Together, they got a really nice single head of hair. The Cuomo-overs. I could see it on TLC. I would watch it. I'd be like, I'm going back to TV to watch the Cuomo-overs. Anyway, guys, this is live improvisation and also truth rants. That's basically what this show is about. As I just talk about what I see and what I feel about this world. And again, I'm not some sort of, I'm not here to talk down to anybody. And I'm not here to tell you who you should like and who you shouldn't like. I'm just here to tell you, I don't think this world is being run properly. And I think the people in charge are literally out to get us. And they're not out to help us. And if you look at where all the money went during COVID relief, if they actually put that towards the people in this country, we'd be in a different place right now. But no, we gave it to other countries. We've given Ukraine $85 billion. That was like 3 weeks ago. We probably have to $100 billion now. I don't even know. But when you are freaking on the hook because they have dirt on you, they've got phone calls of this guy. They've got probably documentation of deals he did behind the scenes, 10% for the big guy. He will send anything and do anything he needs to so he doesn't get outed. There's so much that they have on the current sitting president. And they were so afraid of the last president because he had businesses around the world. I want to see his tax returns. I want to see Nancy Pelosi's tax returns. She's worth $180 million as a freaking politician. Public figure, $180 million. Her husband's the freaking, like the greatest stock trader of all time. Greatest stock trader ever. The insider trading in that house, it's insane. Honey, Pelosi, did you hear about the new thing with NVIDIA? No, what's going on, honey? He calls her honey. Imagine that. Imagine calling Nancy Pelosi honey. Crypt Keeper, come here. I want to tell you, hear about this NVIDIA thing? The Crypt Keeper. You guys remember it? Yeah, Dennis Miller's in a, bordello of blood. He's doing bordello of blood. Crypt Keeper comes out of the freaking coffin. It's Nancy Pelosi. Oh, goodness. You guys know she was typecast for the part. They're like, we don't need anybody throwing makeup on. We don't need a character. We don't have to hire the best, character creator, whereas you get one of those, robotics to pop out of the coffin. No. Nancy Pelosi. Just call her up. She's there in San Francisco. Destroying San Francisco and the world. Just get her. Just have her pop out of the freaking coffin. Pelosi style. Nancy Pelosi, the Crypt Keeper. And then you got freaking Unsolved Mysteries happening. And that's where you get it. September 25th, 2022. Nancy Pelosi running for Congress again. Running for Senate again. What is she again? She's running for the Speaker of the House again. How is she still freaking in? What is going on over here? Join us next time on Unsolved Mysteries. That was one of my favorite shows, Joanne. We used to watch Unsolved Mysteries. I get freaked out. December 12th, 2022. What's going on December 12th, 2022? He's telling from the future. Because if you guys don't know it, there's actually a series I created called Stack to the Future. And the bottom line is Robert Stack, he died. He's dead. He's gone. But they freaking threw him into a cryo situation out there with Ted Williams. And Ted Williams takes up 4 containers because that friggin' noggin is massive. I don't know if you know how big Ted Williams' head is. It's stupid big. And it's almost as big as Joanne's heart. So he's there, 4 chambers. But then they got, they're doing it with Robert Stack. Robert Stack's in there. And so you fast forward the future, the year 2172, I think it was. And they're like, look, we figured out cryogenics. We know how to reanimate now. And they're like, well, who should we reanimate first? And they're like, we got Walt Disney. We got Ted Williams, and they're like, nah, maybe we should hold off on a Ted Williams, hold off on a Walt Disney. What if we get it wrong on the reanimation? Some guy in the freaking back goes, we got Robert Stack. And they're like, who? And they're like, Unsolved Mysteries guy. And they're like, oh, maybe we could bring it back, do like a Stack to the Future deal. That's how it happened. All of a sudden, reanimated. He's like, where am I? They're like, you're doing at Unsolved Mysteries 2020, 2150, I think it is. Maybe it was 2150. The year's 2150. Robert Stack. Unsolved Mysteries. I think I had it here somewhere. I don't know where I put it. But I used to have the music to Unsolved Mysteries for Stack to the Future. We also have Back to the Future, Mark. We've got a lot of crazy things here. Again, we have our 6th feature films probably coming out on Friday or Saturday night. So subscribe on YouTube if you can. We're live over there right now. And we need to freaking blow this platform out. Every time I'm live, they suppress the freaking hell out of the fact that I'm on the air. YouTube should tell people when there's live broadcasts. And I'm live. And they don't freaking tell anybody. So if you can, head over to YouTube. Just type in Mark Pires. And you should hopefully see that we're live right now. Subscribe to the show. And let's see if we can blow this puppy out. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just going to keep showing up, but I don't understand how to get them to share my content. No matter what I create, no matter how funny it is, no matter how good a song, no matter anything at all, they will not share it. And like I said, there's 196 songs you can listen to for free on Spotify. And I really suggest you listen because it's I would say, an in-depth look into the reality of the last couple of years. I write a lot of songs about society. Mandate This, Masked Up, The End Days, Running on Empty. These are songs that are crazy. We just create them all live, but it's like hip-hop over blues and funk. And there's tons of, like this is one from yesterday. I'm getting back in this one right now. You got to wake up to the real world. So here you got another one. Last night I wrote Wake Up to the Real World, which is another freaking crazy society song. And I'm hip-hop freestyling over the top of that. Just to give you an idea. The bottom line, you hear this all created from nothing. Yep. Gonna kick it with you Sunday night, yep. We gotta wake up to the real world. The changing society, we can't break away, no. Oh, wake up to the real world. In the driver's seat. Yeah, you're moving all through the day, all through the night. Wake up to the real world. Wake up to the real world. Oh man, makes me want to write something. I got to do the Aaron Judge story first. Joanne! Pull up the story, then we're going to get into a song. Guys, don't go anywhere. You want to hear me write another song like that tonight? All I need is a topic from you. All I need is a title, and we could create something. In fact, if you give me a title or a topic right now, I will push the story off until after the song. I'm asking the Bigo fam over here, YouTube fam, because we have 70 people. We have 7 people on YouTube after 1,364 days in a row. Thank you, YouTube. Tomorrow is officially 1 full year from the 1,000th day in a row of the show, and YouTube still doesn't freaking share my show. So if you can, please head over there and see if we could somehow destroy their algorithm with positivity and comments and likes and shares. And if you can't do that, I get it. Kick it with me still here on Bigo, all right? Did I get a topic from anybody? I'm looking for a topic. Bigo fam and friends, send me a topic. What do we got? All you have to say is a name or a title of a song. And if I don't know the song, I write you a song live based on that title. Why am I not hearing the guitar? That's weird. I see it registering. I don't freaking hear it. That is really weird. The guitar's not playing anymore. I got an acoustic here. I may have to plug that in. So my audio is coming through. My vocals are coming through. The beat seat's working fine. Maybe my cable's finally dead. What do you think, guys? It could be that this cable's finally shot and it's just not working anymore. Maybe I'll just try to unplug that real quick. Yeah, because that's not working. Hold on. No, I'm not. We're going to try something. See if that does anything. That is really weird. Anything? Anything? I see it. That is freaking odd. I don't know what to do. My guitar's not working. That's kind of annoying. So I guess I can't play some. I'm going to play you a song. I'll put the song on, something that I've written already that's out there. Thank you so much for the love over here. I appreciate it on Bigo. Guys, did you see? The freaking guitar's not working all of a sudden, out of nowhere. We rocked out on this thing last night. I'm going to try one thing real quick. Hold on. I don't think this is going to do anything, but just give me a second. Jeez, that's weird. So something must have happened to the cable. That could be the only thing. It's this cable has been really weird for a while, right, guys? So it's officially shot. All right, I'm going to play you a song here that's on my newest album. How about that? You guys can go check this out on Spotify or iTunes right after you hear this, and then we're going to do the news story. I'm going to try to see if I can figure this guitar out real quick. Let me see here. Here's a track for you. Oh my goodness, we have so much great comedy that's come out lately with Shans. If you guys don't know about this, I got rid of my hand and I have Shans. And we have a movie we're doing called Grimm, the Grimm with the Magic Shans. Basically, I got 4 feet doing it, you know? And everybody else is jealous of the guy with 4 feet. You know what? This one's coming out of my new album. I'm putting it out because I think the vibe here is just so cool. Although I could flip the camera so you guys can see it on Bigo and give it a little cool shot. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we're going to play another one because I get excited when I write new songs, but the reality is every song on the last album is so freaking fire. Like, I can't even tell you. I'm going to just pick one. I kind of want to play Fluffhead. I think it's just a cool tune. I had a friend come in and say, hey, can you play Fluffhead by Fish? I don't know it. So what I do when I don't know a song is I write a new song live in the moment, and that one was written. We also have done Run Like an Antelope. That's the other song on Spotify you can listen to. That one's pretty sick. But right here, let's play this for you. It's called Fluffhead McGee. I had to go with McGee because Fish has Fluffhead. I don't want people to get confused, so it's called Fluffhead McGee. As you guys know, I use McGee for everything. Like Sheepy McGee, that's my new character who's like, Joe Biden's the greatest president in history. Reagan? Crap. He's a crap. But I'm just what I feel. All right, here we go. This is Fluffhead McGee. I'm giving you the link here in the YouTube channel. Bigo, I'm flipping the camera for you so you could see this, okay? So give me 2 seconds. Here we go. Fluffhead McGee. It's track number 3, I think, on the new album. Let's see what we wrote over here. Are we good? Yes, very good. Let me go back. Ready? Here we go.
Walking down the road, yeah, everybody knows it's Fluffhead, yeah, he got the look, yeah, everyone to take a picture, yeah, they want to get down. Fluffhead, yeah, everybody want to get the time with the man, yeah, oh Fluffhead, yeah, the biggest that you ever seen, yeah, never seen another, yeah, Fluffhead, yeah. Fluffhead knows he's the show, yeah, everywhere he goes, everyone looking, but he don't mind, no, he been growing them locks for years with them. That big a puff head can't walk through a door, no, yeah, get stuck 3 out of 4, yeah, they gotta kick him through. Oh, Fluffhead, don't you know you should trim it now and then. Fluffhead, yeah, everybody want to get the time with the man, yeah. Oh, Fluffhead, yeah, biggest that you ever seen, yeah, never seen another, yeah, Fluffhead. The ice cream shop, yeah, at the pizza store, yeah, everywhere he go, everyone wants to take a picture with Fluffhead, yeah, you know he's really red, yeah, oh yeah, Fluffhead, yeah, everybody want to get time with the man, oh Fluffhead, yeah, biggest ever, bring him back every day, yeah, you got the Fluffhead. Miles round, yeah, you can't hide that flame. Oh, be said, you can't see another head the size of it. Fluffhead, yeah, Fluffhead, yeah. fluffy. Oh, fluffy.
Good old Fluff. Look, oh, here's Run Like an Antelope. Let's just quickly go to that so you can hear that. Guys, this is some craziness right here. None of the above I'm skipping. Thank you. Run Like an Antelope, the second Fish song that I don't know that I wrote a new song of when I asked. Here we go. Run it. Let me get that bass.
Tell you to stay. They tell you to hold down the fort. Don't go, no, no way. You look left and right as you go down the hall. You hope you don't catch an eye as you run out the door, run into the woods. Yeah, you run like an antelope. Run like an antelope. Run like an antelope. Run like an antelope. You run like an antelope, yeah. Yo, you can't catch your ghost. You're out into the night, into the woods. They tried, but they can't even with the spotlight. You made it out of here. You're clear. You're out on your own. Yeah, you run like an antelope. 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 You hear a noise behind you. You could swear they followed you. They're on your tail. You thought you did a good job. You led them the other way, made secondary tracks, but they must have been smarter. They saw you went back, you backtracked, and now they're on your trail. You got to keep going. Run like an antelope. You run like an antelope. You run like an antelope. Can't get him north. He's so fast. He goes to the gold, the cloud. You can't see him now. You can't even hear a sound.
goodness. So I'm glad to see S-Coop really likes that tune. I'm going to pull it up for you guys real quick. It is called Run Like an Antelope. And that is on Spotify. Run Like an Antelope. Here we go. 5 minutes, 6 seconds long of freaking straight up fire. Well, let me flip the screen for Bigo. Bigo, getting back. What up, fam and friends? I was playing my invention, the beat seat you may have heard in the background. That's not a drum kit. That's me on the first drum for guitar players. I invented this thing. It's called the beat seat. You can go to beatseat.rocks and check it out. And with this thing, I could sit completely upright while I play. I'll try to move it back so you can see it a little bit here. Because this thing's not, you can't see it on Bigo because I have this green screen effect on. Well, I guess maybe if I do this, you can see it. Wait, oh, there we go. See, it's like a drum beneath my feet, but it's goes through my legs like a horse, so I don't have to. Actually, people on. Let me just quickly, just because Bigo's over here. So I can sit up right here and play. But it has 4 different panels. It has 2 different snares, unlimited tones. It sounds like a full drum kit. And while I play my guitar, I could. It's just my heels, and when you use it like a hinge, you could freaking kick the hell out of this thing and create the most amazing kick snare effect. But if you happen to be a drummer or a percussionist, hear all the different tones. So really, you can do anything on the beat seat. And if you go to beatseat.rocks, order one and I'll build it for you. I am not only the patent holder, but I'm also a client. So unfortunately, it's like, I don't know what to do over here because this guitar's not working. It was working yesterday. Today it's crap. What are we doing, Joanne? You come down expecting to put on a show. Joanne's wheezing back there. Hold on. You know what we're going to do here? We played a couple songs. We're going to the Aaron Judge story. Let's get into it. Because bottom line, it's not a music night. It's not going to be a long night. It's already been a long night. So let's just get to the news story. Joanne, can you pull up the news story of the day, please, for me? Really appreciate it. Joanne! She said, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm wheezing. Fine. I'll do it myself. It's a shame. You know, when you're here, you're trying to do it, and Joanne just says she can't even do her one job because the wheezes become too much for her even. It's already too much for us, for me and you, fam and friends. But when it comes down to it, it's also too much for Joanne at this moment. Joanne, I'm going to get into this story. You just take a rest, okay, and stop wheezing. Aaron Judge chases home run record. Yankees vs. Red Sox live updates with Slugger looking for his 61st home run. Now, guys, like I said, that's a big deal. Okay, there's only been a few times in history that anybody's gotten to 60 or higher. We, of course, had Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, and Sammy Sosa during the freaking whose head could get bigger from taking so many steroids that you can't even walk through a doorway without taking out the framing. That was a thing. World record. They all went for it. McGuire's freaking forearm couldn't fit through a doorway anymore. He did the forearm. Barry Bonds did the head. And so that was a different time. 73 because the freaking juice, but here we go. Aaron Judge, America's freaking baby. I like the guy. He's a good guy. You know why? Every time after the game, this is what I hear from Aaron Judge. we did a really great job as a team today. Fitzy did an awesome job on the mound, and freaking Donaldson did that thing. He hit a home run, and Rizzo's the freaking Italian stallion, and he's always complimenting his players on the team, even though he's the freaking GOAT, like right now. He's the greatest of the year. He's the Gotti. He's the freaking John Gotti of baseball right now. The Gotti. The greatest of the year, MVP, some people call it. I'm sorry, you do MVP. I do Gotti, okay? He's getting the Gotti this year. Oh, you may get the MVP. That's crap. You guys think MVP's a big deal? You haven't heard about the Gotti? Hold on, I'm on. Look, we actually have our very first Gotti for Aaron Judge. It's the first Gotti. There was a piece of emerald that came out. It fell out. It's somewhere over there on the ground. But that would have been nice for the Gotti, You got a Gotti for Aaron Judge for his very first Gotti, Premiere issue. Once he had it, he was like, I don't want the MVP. I got a Gotti, This is Renaissance Man style. I got a Gotti. You're doing MLB? MLB MVP? Crap. That's crap. Getting a Gotti that I just freaking threw on the ground? Now that is special. New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge will again attempt to tie Roger Maris's single-season home run record for the franchise and American League on Sunday night against the Bo Sox, which, guys, the way it's basically freaking rain delayed. I don't think they went back. He had a double in the first inning, and I think he had nothing on the second time out that I saw that he was up. Judge launched his 60th home run on Tuesday night, and he has not had a home run since in the 4 games, including the one I went to yesterday with my son and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. Thanks, Aaron Judge. You think you could be a freaking golden child and not hit a home run the day that I go to see you play at Yankee Stadium? Struck out twice, whatever. I'm just saying, I think you got nervous. The Renaissance Man was there. I get it, Oh, he's been live for 5 years in a row every day. I just play baseball and hit home runs with a freaking toothpick. It looks like a toothpick in his hands, guys. Seriously. He's like a freaking giant, right? 6'7". Good luck walking into a room with that guy, He's like, what the holy cow, dude. And he's the sweetest man. I'll tell you, like I said, I've seen a lot of people that are that good, and they're a bunch of freaking cocky, arrogant pieces of garbage. And this guy is so awesome. I love him. And it was so cool to go to the Yankee game yesterday. We had such a good time. And Rizzo hit a home run. My son was so excited for that because he's a huge Rizzo fan as well. We're huge Judge fans because, like I said, I like him as a player, but I like his character even more. He's... What we need in the MLB right now is some good examples for children, and he's a really great example for kids. Now, we got to try to get the education system to teach kids the way they used to, which is just about subjects and not about freaking, I don't know, I guess just kind of softening them up for the future where they need votes, and manipulation of children is all of a sudden okay. It's all of a sudden it's okay to go after the kids and to mess with their minds and fill their minds with nonsense that they shouldn't be thinking about at this age at all. When a kid is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, they should be focused on kid stuff like we were able to do. Kids were off limits always until, I don't know when. Seems like it's all of a sudden been slow, gradually. It's been pushing towards this complete insane world we live in where freaking men are swimming against women and destroying them. And no, there's no advantage. 7 leagues under the sea. These people are just starting and freaking this moose is finishing. That's a girl. Did you see her with the gold medal? The other 2 freaking real women right next to her? Her? Oh, it's so offensive. What I think is interesting? That we live in a world now where you can't be offensive. What the Stupid. Be offended and freaking scroll. This is America. And you used to be able to speak your mind, say how you feel, and if you didn't like it, you turn and walk away. The new turn and walk away is scroll. So if you don't like when someone's speaking or what they're saying, scroll. Don't act like a freaking Karen. Like, I'm going to report this. I can't have this out there for other people to see. It's mental that we're living in a world now where some stupid idiot who has no ability to really, it could be somebody who's working as a clerk at some freaking store and they're able to take down some streamer because they're offended. And it's like, really, dude, we're doing that now? We used to be like, okay, the offended people got to say what they wanted to. And people say, okay, thanks, And if there was some sort of recourse, you'd give it. But it didn't become the loudest voice in the room, even though it's 3 people. I feel like everything, all this crazy stuff going on is being perpetuated by this very, very small group of people that's trying really desperately to grow. Like, guys, we only have 1% of the population. We need to get that to 4. Well, what do? Let's start going after the kids. Let's start telling them that maybe they're boys when they're girls, and maybe they're girls when they're boys. And that, it's okay to not even be one or the other. You just be like, whatever, dude. You could be a cat in 2022. That's weird. That you can go into school and be like, I feel like I'm a kitty cat. You don't have to say it. You just go, meow. My son said there's a girl freaking purrs, and she growls. I'm like, who's she, a cat? She's a tiger. She's a freaking tiger? She identifies as a tiger, guys. And guess what the school does? They're like, oh, we have a tiger. Are you kidding me? This insanity. You know what it is it went, and I heard this just the other day, and it was very much eye-opening to hear this. But what happened is back in the 70s and 80s, you had these protest, generation, this young group of people who was against, the wars, against everything. And those people became professors. And those people decided to indoctrinate the college kids. So once they got to college, they turned them into the enemies of the state by saying that, these people who want, if you want to have a democratic society, that's not good. We should be more socialist, and we should be, really they're pushing communism, these college professors, to the point where these college kids come out of, these universities and these you think they're centers of higher learning, but what they're doing is actually dumbing you down by taking away your ability to think freely. They tell you what to think, and they push this into your mind subconsciously. So you're there as a 7, 10-year-old. Like, I can't tell you. Today I saw something. I'd like to read it for you, but it's on my phone, and I can't get to it. In a bathroom at a local school for kids. This is for kids from, I would say, 4th grade through 8th grade. Okay? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's through high school. And there were different posters in each of the bathroom stalls, and they said things like, my mom isn't married to a man, she's married to another woman. All these weird things. Like, why would you say that when you have a 4th grader walking in there to go to the bathroom? Or like, I have 2 dads instead of a mom and a dad. And all these weird, like, why is that in every single stall? Are you concerned about, are you having questions about this, that, and other thing? Maybe you should look at, like, where is all of this? Let me push these kids in a direction I don't get it. It took me 18 years to even have an idea of who I was. Imagine if someone was pushing me in a direction the whole time. Look, we want you to just take this tendency and consider it as a real thing that you should change your entire life over. Someone the other day said they had a conversation with someone. They said, well, you could always just stop taking the puberty blockers in the 20s. And they're like, so wait, you're like arguing a point that it's okay to go through puberty in your 20s, and that's going to be okay, and that you'll wind up growing to a balanced life by going through puberty in your 20s instead of in your early teens. How do you know that would be okay? Oh, well, because, if you really want to, you could do that. You could change, or you can puberty blockers. Who the freak does puberty blockers at 12, 13 years old when you don't know who you are yet? These parents and these teachers, and they're like, yeah, these groups should be shut down. Going out there and trying to manipulate children in order to become part of your group is insane. Just do you. If someone comes a knocking, welcome them. But to go out there and try to turn children, this is freaking mental. They're trying to turn children. We all had friends growing up who were of the other persuasion. Nobody forced them. They figured it out on their own. God bless them. I'd hate to see what would happen if some of those people were pushed. Maybe it wouldn't have gone as well. But we go through a journey, and that journey is individual. It's not something that you could force. You can't go out there and say, I want to get as many people into this group as possible, so let's go out there and talk about it all the time. Why has race become an issue since George Floyd or before George Floyd? Because when you talk about something all the time, it becomes an issue. It becomes the issue. Just for a little U.S. history overview, we were extremely racist in the up to 1970s, okay? And even later, 80s. But when Martin Luther King accomplished what he did, and he changed the world when he passed away, unfortunately. It took him his assassination in order to really for his life to set in. But that man accomplished so much. And if you think about the people who've accomplished success, wild success, that are black since the 1960s, it's an equal playing field. Okay? It's an equal playing field. And it wasn't for a very long time. And the only reason I know it's an equal playing field, it's actually almost slighted in the opposite direction now because of all this vitriol and hatred towards white people. It's mental. There are no white people. You know, white, this is freaking white, guys. Nothing. Nobody's white. It's stupid. We're all shades. We're all freaking shades. And instead of loving each other for being different, they talk about race. Just a reminder, I've been live 1,364 days in a row every single day for 4.5 years, trying to connect with you, trying to meet you. So hoping that you'd find me. I don't care what color you are. All I care is that your heart is open to growing instead of shutting people out. And I'm going to show up every single day and continue to speak truth and dig into my own soul and see what comes out. But I am over all of this pushing people down and hiding who you are and pretending that we feel a certain way because we don't want to offend those people in the room. That's just over, man. This is 2022. We are still in America. I don't care what you say. You could offend somebody. It's okay to offend somebody. They're maybe just too sensitive. Whatever happened to telling people to get freaking thicker skin? We used to just tell people, dude, grow thicker skin. What are you talking about? You've got these celebrities, these basketball players, these influencers who get hate from people. What do? They just get thicker skin. But no, you can't do that with this group. They're so freaking sensitive. And it's just like, when is the insanity going to stop? And we're going to bow over to this group of people that's like 10. And I mean that like literally. There's 350 million people in this country. How many people are in that group of let's change the world and get everybody to not be the sex that they were born into, and let's get people to hate each other, like all these weird groups that they're just separating everybody into? How about the group of people who say, look, I just want to hear more truth. I want to get some music. I want to laugh a little. But I definitely want to hear a little bit more about what's actually going on, rather than what they keep freaking saying in the fake news, National Enquirer, mainstream media. You know, I used to joke, and it's so true, like one of these days we're going to see Bat with Human Ear on page 6, you know? And it's like that type of thing. You know, every single story I hear, it's mental. It's really mental. So anyway, we got into something sideways, of course, like we typically do when I'm telling you about Aaron Judge hitting his freaking 61st home run, hopefully. You know? But guys, that's why there's no script to this show. I allow the moment to flow. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what my soul wants to say or what the universe wants me to speak, but I allow this moment to speak. It's powerful. It is a powerful lesson you should learn. Center yourself as often as possible. I said something earlier today, and it's another one of these Renaissance moments where you're just like, oh, yeah. I said, make the best of wherever you are at all moments. Make the best of wherever you are at all moments. You got to start creating a mantra like that in your life. I'm going to make the best of all moments. No matter where I am, I'm going to make the best of that moment. Right this second, I'm making the best. No matter where it is, I have to shift my perspective away from negativity and always into what can I appreciate? What about the gratitude? Even though everything in your world could fall apart, what are you grateful for? And then you have to figure the rest out, really. But we don't have a lot of time. You know, we were talking about this the other day. Someone said, like, till you could go out and do the things you love doing, you know, like go out and play golf, like, well, go out and play tennis, well, you know, and not have aches and pains and issues. Like, you go to a point where maybe like 60, somewhere in the 60s range, you know, people are able to do those things at a high level. And then after that, it's tough. Even 50 is the real cutoff. That's why you go to the Champions Tour in golf at 50 and not at 60, because there's an edge for everybody else south of 50 when you hit 50. So you have to start figuring out where you are in life and how much time you have left in order to really do things. Because there's that future where all of a sudden you're sitting on a freaking recliner, you can't move anymore, your knees are killing you or whatever, or you got some weird thing and you just can't do the thing you used to do. So get out there and appreciate this second you're in, because this is all you got right now. This is all you got. All the other stuff is, it's either a future or it's not a future, but definitely we're here right now, right? I mean, I think we're here right now. I don't know if it's a weird matrix world that we're living in, but centering ourselves on this second is the only way to create. It's the only way to appreciate. Think about that. You can't appreciate something unless you can stop everything else and focus in on whatever that is. And that means living in the moment. You know, we don't think about it in those terms. I'm living in the moment. No, you're doing something that's specific, that to taking everything else out of your focus, and all of a sudden it's tunnel vision. And that's wonderful as well. Try to create moments within moments, you know. Anyway, let me get back to this story quickly, and we'll call it an evening, guys. Judge, who has served as a designated hitter on Sunday, is 3 for 13 with 2 doubles and 5 walks since his last home run. For reference, here is the ALC single-season home run record. The leaderboard starts with Roger Maris, 1961, with 61 home runs. Again, this is kind of cool, but in 1961, Roger Maris hit 61 home runs. Exactly 61 years later, Aaron Judge is about to hit his 61st home run and then hopefully go beyond. Aaron Judge has 60 and counting as of 2022. Babe Ruth in 1927 had 60. And guys, just a little fun fact. In 1923, Babe Ruth had 59 home runs. So there was a 4-year period where he's sitting there with 59 home runs. Everybody's like, holy cow, this guy hit 59. Jimmy Fox hit 58. Hank Greenberg, 58 in 38, and Jimmy Fox, as I just said, in 1932 with 58. Judge is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk, all against Red Sox right-hander Brian Bello through 6 innings. The tarp was pulled at 9:15. The game is currently in a rain delay. The forecast indicates that the delay could last more than an hour. The Yankees currently hold a 2-0 lead in his official game, so if the game is called early due to rain, the Yankees would win the rain-shortened 6-inning affair, and all stats would count. Judge was due to lead off at the bottom of the freaking 7th and would lose an at-bat in the scenario. If the game continues after the delay, then it continues like any other game and will be completed. Follow along with us as our live updates below on Judge looks to topple Maris's record on Sunday. Let's just see what the Yankees had to say if they actually opened it up. Are we live again? 29 minutes ago. Wait a second. Are we back? Hold on, Are we live again? I'm not sure. I don't think they're live again. Let me just check and see. Let's refresh this and think if they maybe did an update. We'll find out. 30 minutes ago they did an update, so I don't think so. Let's just type in Yankees score. It just came up on its own. There we go. Did they call it a final? Mother foes. You know, that bothers me. So listen to this. Last night when we went to the game, he was going to be up next. All he had, one of these guys just needed to get one hit. That's it. Anybody else on the team can hit? Nobody. It's unreal with the Yankees. I want to show you something. Let's look at the stats of the Yankees real quick, okay? This blew my mind. Because if they didn't have Aaron Judge, they'd be the worst team in baseball right now. Yankees team averages. Let's see if this shows. Batting average leaders, let's see. Yeah, Aaron Judge is literally, like I said, this guy's a monster. He is literally a monster. Now, let's see if we can break this down. It's not hitting, okay. MLB, American League. I'm just looking for freaking... Can we put people? Come on. Move the way. Let's see. What if we click the Yanks? They have a 241 average, guys, as a team. 241. Let's see what we got here. Schedule, score, stats. Sortable team stats. What are you doing over there, huh? I don't need to... No, I just went to the game. Thanks for coming out. You guys going to throw a freaking pop-up in there? What are we doing? How do we close the pop-up? Okay, sortable teams. I see we just did this one. It's not working clearly. This is what happens when Joanne does it on the fly, you know. Let's see, here we go. Okay. So let's go with our averages here. Oh my goodness. Can we click it up to the top? Here we go. So Aaron Judge is leading the team with a 314 batting average. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa has a 265 batting average. Guys, I want to just point something out. That's not good. Okay? That's the second guy on the team. He's at 265. Third guy, DJ LeMahieu, is at 262. What's going on with him? He used to be in like 350 batter. Gleyber Torres, 251. Josh Donaldson, who used to be a freaking MVP, 228. Anthony Rizzo is at a 223 right now. What is going on with these guys? Is there more? Where's the rest of them? I want to see the rest. We stopped it at 6. It's not good, guys. It goes under 223 from Rizzo, and he's number 6 on the team. I'll tell you what. You cannot go and win a World Series when the only guy who's hitting the ball is Aaron Judge. 60 home runs. He's got 28 doubles. He's most in the... All these blue lines... Are these blue lines basically who's leading the league in these stats? Hold on, no. I think that means that Judge is leading the league in strikeouts. He's also leading the league in balls on bases. So they've walked him 99 times. He struck out 165 times. He's hit 60 home runs. He's got 128 RBIs and 171 hits, which seems to be the most hits right now. That's pretty crazy. And his average is below, what's his name? The guy from the Red Sox. And by like 1 point, I think that he's like 315. So he's going to have to really get some more hits and at least get, I don't know, let's call it 9 more home runs. Right? Give him 5, whatever, you know. Anyway, guys, remember, Aaron Judge, good guy. I freaking like him. I think he is a stand-up guy, and he's always thinking about his players. Can't go wrong with a guy like that, you know. So, we don't have, obviously, the guitar working. I'm going to figure that out. But if you can head over to YouTube and subscribe, follow, and remember, the show is live every single night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can head over to markpires.com and listen to my music. You can go and watch the movies. The YouTube page is there. You can go and source out YouTube through markpires.com, and also Linktree. If you go to linktree.ee or whatever it is /Mark Pires, you can see all of my links, including Spotify and everything else. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow when we do it all over again. Until then, fam, friends, Chris Donaldson, Pamela Swan, S-Coop, and over here on Bigo, you all rock. Can't get the screen open right now, but I appreciate you. Please head over to YouTube and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow on the next Renaissance Man. Until tomorrow. It's Mark Pires. And it's Renaissance Man. You got to go away. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. You got to go away. Yeah. See you tomorrow, fam.